With Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. And this is a one-and-done trip for Dallas before going back to their Mavericks fans.
Yeah, and they're coming in this game also looking for payback after dropping the last one. They play each other just twice this season, and they certainly do not want to be swept.
Well, pride is on the line, and competitiveness. You know, when you're faced with a season sweep, you've got a little more invested.
And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
To the paint. Here's Coulibaly. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Here's LeBron going inside. And James throws it down.
I mean, the power of the driving ability of LeBron James is something that must strike fear into the defense.
Pass to Coulibaly. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And it's Artest missing. And here's Indiana. Jackson down low. Pass to Murray. Lobbed up there for Johnson.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
A nice shot by LeBron. LeBron's got his second basket of the night.
Well, it's the skill set and the strength of LeBron James. It'll be interesting to see how his shot profile breaks down when it's all said and done.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. That one on Richardson. And DB, the measurables jump off the page for Coulibaly. 6'8", with a 7'2" arm span.
Yeah, that's the kind of length that would allow somebody to be a menace defensively. Let's remember, he was the 7th pick back in 2023. The Wizards clearly very high on this young guy's potential. Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Murray surveying the D. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Drills the three-pointer.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Indiana leading. Pass to Billups. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
And so it's Dallas with it. And the Mavericks with possession here. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. Now, LeBron always #1 on the scouting report. Coach said on top of being a physically dominant player, he's like an extra coach on the court, able to control the game with his basketball IQ alone. Kevin, a big challenge to handle the mental challenge of LeBron James. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
I'm not sure there is a right way to defend LeBron in pick-and-roll situations. He'll score it, or he's going to set up a teammate, turn the lights out.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
Yeah, they never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Now, here's Richardson, following the missed shot by Jaren Jackson. Pass to Song. James in the post, and he makes good on the layup. LeBron's got 6.
It's trouble. I mean, if LeBron James is in the painted area, everybody's got to be prepared to contest. This guy too good in there.
And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution for your Pacers.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. Murray outside. 5 to shoot. Markkanen looking it over. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Dallas leading by 3. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now, here's Garland. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Outside, Markkanen. Back to Garland. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Richardson outside. And that one released in time, but no good. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close.
The Mavericks 15.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Mavericks.
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
The 7th pick in 2017, Lauri Markkanen. Almost a throw-in that Donovan Mitchell trade.
That's incredible to think of now in the context of this guy becoming an all-star in his own right, Kevin. I mean, Markkanen is a 7-footer who's got efficient offensive numbers, like 50, 40, 90 type numbers. He is an uncommon talent.
Now LeBron, following the three-point attempt by Josh Richardson. He can't get that one to fall. It's Garland with the ball for the Pacers. They trail by 1. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. They now take the lead.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
At the elbow, Smith. And stolen by Song. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Richardson outside. That's tipped. Smith in the post. Still scoreless. Pulls up. Goes back up. And the layup's good off the glass. Smith's got the game tied up here for the Pacers.
And this is why you let Smith work inside. He's adept at knowing how to finish in traffic.
Pass to LeBron. And here is Caruso. And it's off from three-point range. And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively. But where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
2 on the clock. Smith for 3. And Sarr pulls it down.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
2 minutes remaining.
Now here's LeBron. 6 points for him. Richardson outside. Beyond the arc. Pacers with the rebound. With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears and to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Murray for 3. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. Garland fires from way outside. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside, Ball. Goes up on the wing. Here's Robinson. Over in the corner, Washington. Outside, Ball. Goes up again. And the layup is good. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Well, the quickness helps LaMelo Ball out inside right there. Just allows him to get the quick drop on the defense.
And stolen by Murray. Pass to Fultz. Down low. Ball no good. 30 seconds left to play here in the half. Murray for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Now you love the tenacity right there of LaMelo Ball. Play through the contact, get the and one opportunity.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Now Garland, still without a basket. Launches it. A three-pointer is right on target.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks lead by 2. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And here is Billups. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Billups has got the first bucket of the third here for the Pacers. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
And Coulibaly gets it to go.
And dependable at running the offense. Billups just understands his teammates depend on him to get them involved.
Here's LeBron. 6 points for him. They set the pick. Here's Artest. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 10 points for Ron Artest.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Inside. The kick out to Billups. For the three. Hits it from three-point range. Billups has got it all tied up now for the Pacers.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
James wide open. Another three for Dallas.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Jackson misses.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
And it's Artest missing. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Indiana Pacers. It's a three-point game.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. There's a screen by Murray. Fires the three. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Billups with the ball. Here's Jackson. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's LeBron. Pass to Murray. The kick out to Ball. Takes it inside. Here's Artest. Buries the long-range jumper. Artest's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Dallas. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Both teams deciding to change it up. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. LaMelo Ball came in like a storm into this NBA doors, but hasn't been able to stay healthy since.
It's so true, Kevin, and that's unfortunate because the skill is apparent every time he plays. He's a game changer with his size and his playmaking. The NBA is better off because of the flair and the style he brings when he is healthy.
Kicks it out to Richardson. And taken away by Johnson. And slam dunk by Johnson.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Right side, Ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Here's Garland picks one up. One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Outside for Murray. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. There's 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Caruso looking for an opening. 4 on the clock. Pass to Song. Here's Murray. Rebound by Johnson.
It just seemed like they were out of sync and waited way too long.
For the lead. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist. Johnson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pacers.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high a great chance to extend this lead.
Here's Ball. That one goes in. Ball's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
Smith with a wide open look. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Pacers up 3. Don't go anywhere.
35.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. They trail by 3. Now here's LeBron. James absorbing hits on the drive.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Billups attacking, and it's blocked. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession. The shake. It counts. And the foul. It's going to be on Alex Song.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Mavericks trailed by 4. James right side. To the inside. And stolen by Billups. Here's Jackson. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on LeBron James.
And here's a guy that's not in coast mode. Jackson is going to give it all he has every minute he's on the floor. That's how he earns the and one.
Outside Artest. His three-pointers off the mark. Indiana leading by 7. Back to Smith. Shot left block. Again, Indiana.
Good work inside from Smith Jr., putting that size to work.
James right side. Misses from short range. And it's Indiana's ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Here's Koulibaly. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Pass to Song. Here's Artest. Dallas again missing. Here's Murray up on top. And Billups gets it to go.
And great to see Billups getting his own shots as well, not just focusing on facilitating.
Outside Artest. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. 16 points for Ron Artest.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
And it's Ron Artest with the foul. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And it's the Pacers with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the middle. Stolen by Artest.
Well, getting in the lane and making your presence known is crucial part of the defense for these guys.
It's the three-point bomb. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Indiana.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Another thing I thought they did well was pressure. They forced a ton of turnovers, turned those opportunities into points.
And James throws it down hard.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Here's Smith. Outside for Murray. And it's Ron Artest with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. We've heard some players' doors propose that refs should be fined for missed calls, especially with the game on the line. What do you think?
Kevin, I couldn't disagree more. First and foremost, the level of accountability for NBA officials is unprecedented. And keep in mind, there is discipline for high-profile mistakes and mistakes of all kinds. Every single game, every single call is evaluated, and you see their progression in terms of, yes, they'll officiate in the playoffs, or no, they won't. We are right where we need to be.
Pass to Artest. Now, Son. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Indiana.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
You know what? It was a team that was in sync and just trusted one another to take the right shots.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Chauncey Billups.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
And it's Indiana's ball. They're on a 20-7 run. Double team on Billups. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Shot clock at 6. Murray outside. Smith for 3.
That is foul. Second personal foul. 15 foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line. For Indiana, Jeremy.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.